Margaret Lewin, and welcome to Margaret Lewin Quilting. Today we're going to be working on the Fool's Puzzle block. You can see here in the very beginning, the first thing that I did was drew all of my diagonal lines. Now what I'm going to do is start to put things together the way they go. I always like to start by lining up all of the pieces that I need to sew together. So you can see here what I'm doing is lining up my half square triangles and putting them on the board in a manner that I can just pick them up and start sewing straight down the seam that needs to be sewn. It tends to help me with not getting where I have to sew confused. So you can see here I'm making sure that I'm going to have them lined up properly, and there we go. The next thing I'm going to do is the same thing with my flying geese blocks. So let's move those over so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. You can see here what I'm doing is placing the drawn line on one corner. I'm going to do that on the, as you're looking at it, left side of every block. Then what I'll do is pick these up and sew right on that line from one corner to the next. Once I've sewn my flying geese blocks, I'm then going to pick up my half square triangle blocks and get those sewn right now while I'm sitting at the machine. So I'll sew them just as you're seeing me point out to you, and I will get all four of those done. Success! The first step is done. My half square triangles are sewn, and the first step of my flying geese are done. I'm now going to work on getting my center block put together. So what you're going to do is take two of your sewn half square triangles and put them together. You can see, I'm sorry I keep bopping off camera a little bit, but what you're going to do is try really hard to line up those center seams. You can see there now I'm showing you what it looks like. I do suggest pinning on both sides of that seam to keep that in place. And this is what is going to become your center block. Next, I'll be working on my flying geese again. You can see here, I'm just putting the corner pieces on the opposite side. I did press my seams open, and once again, I'll be sewing on the line, pressing my seams open, and then taking the time to square each and every block up. Here I am, they're all squared up. So now it's time to put them together just as instructed in the book. The only difference I did in the book is there are a few seams, and you'll see this at the end, that I did press open instead of to one side. When I get my block all done, I'll show you exactly what it looks like on the back side so you can see how I press the seams. Following the instructions in the book, I just finished putting them together just exactly as they indicated. I did press a couple of my seams a little bit different, but that's no biggie. I liked the way they laid better for me, so that's what I did. You can see here, I've pressed the seams open for the most part, and those are our completed Fool's Puzzle blocks in all three sizes. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next month with our next three blocks to Summer Moon. See you then!